Code everything.
Alright guys, in honor of Hour of the Code, which is coming up in about a week, we're back at Codecademy and we're going to be doing some of their past Hour of Code challenges. So the first one we're going to do is Animate Your Name. So this is kind of going to be a brief sort of introduction to programming. I've done these before just for fun and I didn't do the video for them, but considering Hour of Code is going up, I encourage everyone to volunteer if they have the time to do it as well. But this is basically what we're going to make real quick. So this is using JavaScript and probably a bit of HTML somewhere. So you can see right here, it's just kind of, it goes crazy. And we can, sorry, I forgot I don't need the headset anymore. But what's going on here? So we have a variable, my name, and then we have some colors that we're setting up using the RGB, an array list of RGB, and then letter colors, and then we're calling on the draw name function, which we don't see here, but apparently we have access to. Let's go ahead and just get started. So instead of write your name within quotes like this. So let me reset the code. So originally it said Codecademy. So let's go ahead and do some selfless promotion and put Coding Tutorials 360. That might be a little bit too much. So we'll just put CT 360. Counterterrorism 360. Cool. And we didn't really change anything else here. So let's go ahead and move on. So we're going to start from the beginning. So document.write, and then what are we putting here? We're going to be, oops, excuse me guys. We are going to be putting our name, which is still Dylan, last I can remember. And now what do we want to do? So what is the length of your name? So now we're going to be looking at how can we get the length of my five letter word here, Dylan. So in this case, we can just call on, we can do it in quotes like this, and we can say Dylan dot length. Save and submit. It's going to return back 5. What you can also do here in these document.write, not only you evaluate strings to come out, but we can also put numbers, for instance. And instead of printing 1 plus 1, it's going to print out 2. Now, if we wanted to print out 1 plus 1, for whatever reason, we would need to do that in quotations. But that's not what we're asked to do here. Oh. Multiply two really big numbers. Oh. Excuse me. So we'll say 4 times 4 is going to return 16. First, write the string. I'm coding like a champ. Oops. Let's go ahead and reset that. All right, so we're going to write a string. Remember, again, a string, we use quotation marks to let the computer know it's a word. Because the computer's stupid. It only understands instructions. And if there's a mistake, it can't understand how to fix it. So we're going to write, I'm coding like a champ. Cool. Then find the length of the string like you did here. Then compare the string's length to see if it's greater than 10. So, coding like a champ, dot length greater than 10. Okay, so they wanted to see this is the length of the string, greater than 10, and that should return true. So we're evaluating this. Is the string's length greater than 10? And if it is, return true. Cool. And we have, what's going on here? Okay, so I got a little confused. So we're back to the beginning right here. So now we're going to actually be using the draw name function. So Dylan, but it's not looking all that spicy. So now we want to add the color blue. So your computer will know certain words. In this case, blue is one of them. All your basic colors, blue, red, orange, green, stuff like that. So in this case, we're gonna again switch out the name, name of Dylan, and then we also wanted to set some colors here. So above us, these are RGB. So this is 0. So I forget how it goes. 0, red, green, blue. 0, 100. I think these are RGB stuff that we're passing in, but let's go ahead and just get started. On line 8, we're gonna declare set my name equal to your name again. Line 8, create a name. So we need to create an array called letters, colors, and we're gonna set it equal to. And remember, they set an array, so we're gonna set it equal to red, orange, green, and then of course we end it with a semicolon to let it know that we're done. Let's see if that's our mistake. There it is. So make sure you have the correct spelling of your words, as I often don't. Okay, so in this case, we want to change the shape of the bubbles from circles to squares. So on line 8, add bubble shape. Shape is equal to square. And let's see, we probably have to declare that. Ooh. I don't know about all that. I kind of like the circle better. Alright, now we're going to be working with if and else statements. So if you're not familiar with it, a very quick rundown of how if-else statements. An if statement says, if this is true, do this, else do this. So let's say I owe you $5. Dylan, do you have $5? No. So let's say that's false because I don't have $5 to give to you. So you don't get paid your money back. But if I do have $5, I'll probably give you your money back. But it's just supposed to be an if or an else statement. Think of it like quarter flipping. If it does this, cool. If this is true, do this, else it's always going to be false. It's always going to be tails. That's kind of a way to look at it in its most simplest form. Alright, so delete... They said delete this square because we want it to look good and not bad, basically. Replace it with an if-else statement. Alright, so if evaluate here, else evaluate here. Cool. Use the if-else. Sorry, remember to imagine a robot walking down. If. So if okay, they just want if true. Bubble shape is equal to, and again make sure your case is correct. Bubble shape is equal to circle. Else bubble shape is equal to square. So you can see right here, because we put it's true, it's gonna work. Because we just hard coded it in, so the if statement is going to be true. We could have also done something like if 10 is greater than 3, if you wanted something a little bit more logical. Add the function bounce name as the last line of your program after draw name. So they have a function called bounce name that they have written, or it's already built in, and what it's going to do is, all we're doing is calling it here, and now you can see right now it's shaking it. It's dropping it like it's hot, as the kids would say, perhaps. Alright, replace bounce name with bounce bubble. So we have something called bounce bubbles, and it's probably going to, this is a good example of naming convention. So what does bounce bubble do? Probably exactly what we think it does, since we've already been playing around with this. Nice, and that's it. I mean, this is how easy it was to do. Again, we could change this to we could modify this in our own ways. So I hope you enjoyed this hour of code animate your name section. I know I stumbled a little bit, but it's you know, that's all part of learning, getting your mind woken up and getting going. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you volunteer for hour of code like I am. Go to ourcode.org or ourcode.com and volunteer if you can to help out those who are less fortunate and need maybe help just kind of getting their foot started. And Codecademy is a great place to do that, and that's why I actually really like this site. So I'll see you guys in the next video.